Hello everyone, my name is Manas Upadhyay. My student code is PCM23202. I am currently pursuing in Masters in Construction Engineering Management in CEPT University. I am in first semester. This semester studio focuses on construction project formulation and appraisal, for which we are getting different kind of project to study. For purpose of this presentation, I'll be taking to you through our study of industrial park. Let's begin with project brief. Our project is an industrial park which is an ultra-modern multi-sector project and it is located in one of the most well-connected parts of India. It is a greenfield project spreading over an area of 250 acres and one of the largest industrial park in North Gujarat. The estimated duration of this project is 2 years. The industrial park in which the plot size varies from 1300 square yard to 28,000 square yard and the price of plot is rupees 7,000 per square yard. It is proposed in the size of 250 acres, which covers 24-meter wide trunk roads, 18-meter internal roads, power supply for common areas, and one street light for each plot, having 15% of roads, 1.6% of parking, and 5.4% of common areas, and 4% of future expansion. And the total saleable areas is 74%. There are 160 plots in industrial park. The demand of industrial park is increasing as the area has the better connectivity with national highway and the Delhi-Mumbai industrial corridor. And raw material and labor are easily available for industry like agro-based industry, machine tool industry, and engineering industry and pharma industry. The total cost of the project is estimated to be 476 crore. This includes the purchase of the land is 369 crores, as well as work as such construction of roads, boundary walls, installation of street lights, power supply, water supply, which is estimated around 100 crores. Now coming to a design brief. A design brief is a document that serves as a roadmap for the design process. These documents are frequently signed off on by the client and the designer at a predetermined point in the project. And this is the total saleable areas which covers 185 acres. For road, 37.6 acres is covering. For parking, 4 acres. For common areas, 13.4 acres. For future expansion like residential, commercial, 10 acres is covering. And this is the cross section of road which showing the 24-meter wide road, one street line and stormwater drainage. The height of compound wall is given 2 feet height and the size of admin building is 192 square meter which having two directors cabin, office space for 6 employee, one conference room and one model space. The size of security cabin is given 64 square meter. This is the water balance requirement process. As per the GIDC guidelines, 50 KLD per hectare is required for industries such as agro industry and food processing industry. Also, we have assumed 50% are working in each industry. Per person, 135 liter required per day. So fresh water is required 3722 KLD, which also include 5% of contingency. The ATP showing 2977 KLD. Out of these, 90% of water can be used as a treated water, which having 2680 KLD. Out of this, 90% of water can be used for gardening purpose and other uses. The electricity requirement, there are total 160 plots and having 160 street lights and 10-meter of high pole center wire position. This is the master layout of our industrial park showing the different varying sizes of the plots, roads and the entrance gate position. It is showing the admin building and this is the gardening position of our industrial park. The key component in design for industrial park is master planning. Master planning is the foundation of industrial park. The first step in plot to measure master planning is calculating the total saleable areas according to GDCR. The master planning has done in such a way that it fit 160 plot of varying different sizes from 1300 square yard to 28,000 square yard. As per the GIDC, FSI of the area is 1.6 meter and the height to be set up to 13 meter. Now moving to the security cabin. For the safety of the park, there should be one security cabin nearby the entrance. The area allocated for the security cabin is 64 square meter. The next one is compound wall. A compound wall is given for border of the plot. The height of compound wall is 2 feet. Then the last is admin building. The main purpose of admin building is to develop a space from where all the maintenance could be monitored and a common office building could be there where staff can sit and work. The admin building will have total area of 1057 square meter. According to the international guideline, 10% of total area should be allocated for green spaces. Now coming to CBS. CBS is a collaborative and transparent decision making system. The first step is to identify alternatives to the client's needs, the owner and the designer and the contractor and the facility operator. The second step is defining factor data identified by the stakeholders. Third step is to find the must and want factor to have criteria for each factor depending on client needs. The fourth step is weighting the benefit of each option. The major two design problem we identified is material used for warehousing goals. The second problem is STP technology used in industrial parks. For the first design problem, we have found three alternatives: is light gauge steel framing with prefab steel panels. The second one is aluminum corrugated sheet, and the third one is precast concrete buffers. As per the client requirement, the material should be easy to assemble and need quick construction, as well as material should require less water during the construction phase. After all the project brief from client, designer, and contractor and facility operator, we come up with the cost comparison. For light gauge steel framing, rupees 1500 square feet required. For aluminium corrugated sheet, 95 rupees square feet required. For precast concrete weapon, 90 rupees square feet required. For precast concrete weapon, walls are the most cost effective option for as per a square feet. The second major design problem is STP. For STP technology, the client require minimum amount of land and less requirement should be considered. The technology should be economical, the cost of STP should be less. The three alternatives of STP is MBR, SBR, and MBBR. We have founded the cost comparison of all three alternatives. The SBR is 17 lakhs. The IOS score is given 583. For MBR, it is coming 21 lakhs. The IOS score is we have found at 660. For the MBBR, 14 lakh we have found, and the score is 650. Out of this, MBBR can be concluded as the most suitable technology as per the iOS score as well as cost parameter. Now coming to target value design. Target value design is a lean tool for design management which uses target costing to apply to project deliverables. The goal is to improve the design dependability and find a long-lasting solution. The process of target value design is client give project brief, then the designer receive the brief from the client and was required to create 2D drawings while also preparing the brief. After receiving the design, the BIM modeler gives 3D design, then the contractor determines the rates. This is the 3D views of the admin building prepared by the BIM modelers. After this is the 2D layout prepared by the designer. The requirement of the client is to design an admin building for the industrial park, one director's cabin with attached toilet, office space to accommodate 6 employees, one lobby space, and one toilet. Project brief by the client requirement is material requirement, material specification, furniture, and finishes. This is the plan prepared by the designer for admin building. The office space be around 155 square meter, lobbies 125 square meter, the private cabin around 15 square meter, and the washroom required. The cost coming for the design one is 15,97,752 rupees. Now moving to the design two. In design one, all the stakeholders are working individually. In design two, all the stakeholders are working together and having collaborative meeting between them, between the client, designer, BIM modeler, and the contractor. In design one, the total cost is coming around 15,97,752. It is far more than our target cost. In design one, office space is designed as a separate room. In design two, we have taken open planning for the office space and we have removed this internal wall. In the paint, we are using distemper paint, and the tile which we are using is glaze tiles. We have compared the doors also. In design one, we are taking wooden doors, and design two, we are taking the laminate doors. After receiving this, the design two has been reduced to 14 lakh 34,446. It can be concluded that there is a cost decrease of 10.22%. The cost in the design one and the design two, when the target cost was 14 lakh 37,976. Now moving to bid process management. Many consultants and contractors are needed to develop a project for industrial client. Effective bid process management is essential for the project in this kind of situation. The consultant which we are hiring is feasibility consultant, the PMC, and the design consultant. After this, we have done SWOT analysis, finding the strength, weakness, opportunity, and the fit of the project. Now coming to the procurement of consultant. Procurement of consultant can be done through this following method. The first one is LCS, List Cost Selection Method. The second one is QCBS, Quality and Cost-Based Selection Method. And the last one is Single Source Selection Method. Usually, a private project go for the single source selection method. As per the best practice, we are going through the QCBS because of this five reasons. It promotes competitive bidding, mitigate risk, transparency and accountability, value for money, and client satisfaction. The procurement of design consultant, the estimated service value is around 60 lakh. Out of 60 lakh, we have given AMD value. It is around 2% of this, 1 lakh 22,000. And from this, the duration of this work is 12 months. This is the process of tendering process for hiring the consultant. First, we estimate the cost of the project, then we advertising. After this, we shortlisting of the consultant, then the consequent regulation based on the cost and the quality. After this, we provide the tender to the consultant. Now coming to pre-qualification criteria. The bidder must have an office in the project city or nearby city. In bidding process, the developer invite feasibility consultant to perform feasibility study and to prepare a detailed feasibility report for the upcoming industrial project. And the developer reserve right to accept or reject any proposal to complete selection process. This is the major pre-qualification criteria and the financial eligibility. For a technical bid, 70 marks the minimum required out of 100. For financial bid, the lowest bid will get the project. This is a table of evaluation criteria for technical bid. This is the marks has given out of 100. Now moving to the conclusion. In design bid, we have found that the major components was the end-build building, master planning, security cabling, and the plumbing work. Moving to the choosing by advantage, the first design problem was warehouse walls. In that, we have found the precast concrete vocal walls were the best. And the second, we have found the STP MBBR technology is found to be the best alternative and should be suggested to the client. Moving to the target value design, after analyzing the design one and design two, we have found that the collaborative meeting has reduced the prices and achieved the target cost. Moving to the bid process management for the project of industrial parks, the QCBS method of selection was adopted for the procurement of feasibility design and the PMC consultant. Thank you.